and I'm going to share this with somebody else, so there might be a very quick disconnect. Okay, that should have gone out to everyone. Whoa there, did my thing just break? What the hell? Ah! The ugly part of behind the scenes, I guess. Looks like we got one person in here now. That's fine. YouTube is always lying to him anyway. Good morning, Bradley. Looks like you are first. Man, this took way too. It took way too long to set up. So now instead of having about half an hour, I got like 23 minutes to make all this magic happen for you guys. Let's see here. 5 pages of stuff. And we're gonna, obviously the room's gonna fill up. Guys, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button while you're waiting for me to get my trash in one bag. And then we can get started here. The algorithm will wake up. Wake up, algorithm. I'm gonna take this thing out. I don't need it right now. It's good to see you all. Let's go ahead and knock it out. Let's see, Bradley Collins first. Debbie, number 2, and oops, you are deterred. We got Rose coming in. Good morning, JB, Light Raider, Hicktown Honey, Bradley Collins. But the setup is done now. 5 by 5. Oh, I love it, man. I love it. Thank you very much. All right, so if you don't have your coffee, maybe listen to the background while you get it, but you definitely need your coffee. All right, let's go here. So the you know, on top of all the crazy stuff that you know, Queen Nutbag is saying, and just promises she's making. She's really diving deep into the socialist playbook, and you should be aware of what's going on. Obviously, coffee and Pop-Tart. Gotcha. Love it. Ian, good morning, my friend. Let's see here. But there's some very serious consequences to some of the programs that she is like, oh, we're going to do this and this and this and this, that you need to be aware of. You know, they say you should be always be a history, a follower or a reader or a knowledge historian, to know that you know, if you what's the word I'm looking for here? If you fail to study history, no, that's completely wrong. Basically, if you don't know your history, then you're going to repeat it, bad or good, it doesn't matter. Let's see here. I'm up at 3 a.m. and don't need coffee. That is pretty freaking awesome, but I don't know about the 3 a.m. crap unless you have to do it, cuck. And so we've done. She wants to like control the food source. And it's a serious problem. So let's go ahead and get into it right here. We're at 3 minutes. I think we're good. 25 people, 7 thumbs up, guys. If you have not hit that thumbs up button yet, please take a second, hit it. It does help. All right. So the potential consequences of Harris's recent call for, and guys, if you don't know this, I do that so that it freaks out the algorithm. Call for price controls on groceries and rent have received surprisingly little public scrutiny, despite the dramatic nature of the proposal. Her plan, described in as a limit on price gouging, proponents who claim with a focus on larger corporations, is being downplayed by proponents who claim it's not true price control. However, critics argue that such measures are will inevitably impact all sellers, from small stores to large chains, as no one will want to risk government investigation. The government controlling prices what? The definition of gouging is vague, leading to fears of widespread compliance with de facto price controls. Economics Don Bordeaux has pointed out that government attempts to punish merchants for rising prices too high functions as a price control in all but name. He emphasizes that economists study anti-gouging measures with the same tools used for analyzing price controls, as they both restrict market freedom and lead to predictable outcomes like shortages and reduced incentives. For renters, Harris proposed to target large-scale landlords would likely lead to fewer amenities, higher fees, and a reduced interest in building new housing, which would ultimately create a pretext for further government intervention, subsidies, and possible public housing expansion. Oh, would the government actually create a program where that could actually cause there to be more government? Nah, they would never do that. That's not possible. All right, let's see. History provides a sobering example of how price controls can quickly lead to rationing and economic turmoil. During World War II, the federal government implemented strict price caps and rationing through the Office of Price Administration, or the OPA, severely limiting the availability of essential goods. While it was justified as necessary for the war effort, the effects on the civilian economy were harsh, leading to black markets. Oh, that's magical. We'll just mess with everything, and then that'll force them to create a black market. Oh, yeah, that's always smart. It's always smart. We're going to drink some more coffee. Sorry, I'm not reading a lot of text here, but you guys, you keep posting because every message retracted. Damn. The one and only Nicole. Nicole, don't recognize you. Thanks for coming to the stream, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, so leading to black markets, reducing production of domestic use, and a near standstill in consumer goods availability. Many people alive today who lived through that era, such as those who conserved everything from tinfoil to food scraps, carry the trauma of those rationing years into their daily lives. If Harris's proposal were enacted today, the effects could be even more far-reaching due to modern technology. Programs like SNAP, the government's food assistance program, already operate on a vast scale, with billions of dollars allocated annually. Expanding such a program to the entire population or limiting where and how people could spend money could be easily achieved with electronic monitoring and enforcement. Non-participating institutions such as farmers, markets, or co-ops might be allowed initially, but could face growing scrutiny as media and public opinion shift to accuse them of exploiting the system. You know, once again, we're talking about history and how it applies today. All right, so this one I gotta read, with some crazy YouTube words. The scenario Harris critics envisioned is not far-fetched. During that thing we can't talk about, governments around the world showed just how quickly and extensively they could curtail personal freedoms, from banning public gatherings to restricting even private family events. In the political climate, if the political climate becomes more favorable to price controls, which is what they're trying to do, a similar level of enforcement could be used to ration food and other essential goods. Oh, food rationing, because that works so well. I mean, people actually died during the food rationing of starvation. Critics argue that Harris's commitment to this policy, despite past inconsistencies in her positions, is genuine. This proposal could easily come in the form of an executive order bypassing Congress entirely. Historical precedents historical precedent from cases like Yucas versus the United States shows that the courts have supported the government's authority to impose price controls in times of crisis. Ooh, what crisis could they be speaking of? Once implemented, such policies could become deeply entrenched, especially in economic conditions worsen or inflation accelerates. There it is. Oh, Drake. All right, here we go. With a presidency committed to central planning and forced economic austerity, the likelihood of escalating controls over the next few years is significant. Bad shite. Too long, brah. All right. The broader concern is that most voters may not fully understand long-term consequences of these proposals. Governments learn that during that thing that we can't talk about, just how much control they could exert under the right conditions. Critics argue that the lessons learned was not about managing crises, but more about expanding power, which could have dire implications for the future. The fear is that the U.S. could move toward comprehensive government control over prices, rationing, and economic activity. with a significant portion of the population dependent on federal assistance. Wow. Wow. And we're going to go over some recommendations that could stop this, and also things for you to think about yourself. Let's see here. First Amendment vote. Yeah, that's never going to happen. First Amendment. You're definitely in the wrong room, even if you're joking. Can you please help me, Philip? No, I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do for you here. This is YouTube. Dumbledore knocking on the door. I see the trolls. The trolls found their way in. Welcome, trolls. Maybe you'll learn something. I'm not sure if I have a mod in here or not, but if so, just keep an eye on these guys. It's not a big deal. I don't mind the trolls. I used to be. I was trolling before you were dropping your troll mom's panties. Let's see here. Remember when I was a kid who used green stamps to buy stuff? Yep, that's right. That's right. Food stamps were a real thing until they all went digital. People used to carry envelopes full of food stamps to the stores. And yeah, that's how they did it. That's how they did it. Because that was the technology. That was the technology of when. You know what I'm saying? Let me go. I'm going to scroll back up through the chat. There was something big. Bradley said if they created more competition, then the prices would ultimately come down. When you create a situation where there are zero competition, the prices climb, just like cable TV did. Exactly. This goes back to consumerism. This goes back to when what is it? Bad shite. Be nice. Let's see. Watch trolls you want to throw. Here's a thumbs up. Let's see here. So, oh, sorry. That looked like a car that I recognize that shouldn't be on the road right now. Anyway, it really does come down to these people not paying attention. So, we did during World War II. There was food rationing. By the thumbnail, you guys should have been able to see that. I mean, for crying out loud, this stuff is legal now. What is legal, Philip? What are you talking about? And so there would actually give instructions. And most back then, still everything was radio, and they would actually. There was video. There were TVs that you could see to an extent, but only the rich had them. And then only the government was producing these videos because it was right up there with all of the war correspondence type stuff, and they were basically trying to advertise that they would create scenarios where Betty was going to the meat market and telling Stan the butcher that I want a steak this thick, and he's like, I can't do that. That'd be more than 3 pounds, and that's more than your ration for the week. And but he would be like, and she would run off, and he'd be like, but there's something I might be able to do, and then that would be the black market that he had created. There was actually an epidemic of black market slaughterhouses just popping up everywhere in the United States because people wanted beef. Also, cattle rustlers, they were pretty big too, and they steal the cows, they cut the cows up, they give the cows to the butchers. And the butchers would sell them at a premium cost. If they really wanted it, they'd come and get it, Let's see. So some of we got about 10 minutes left. A lot of people got these shorts at the movie theaters before the movie started. Yes. Really, man? I really hate that. Not because I'm old, but because it's just disrespectful to everybody else in the environment. Now, okay, so he's turned it down. That's great. But, it's just stupid. I think I have it. What Matt says. Well, I hear they have a pill and a salve, an ointment for it, Matt. So just go to the doctor. Let's see. It was good music. I might not mind. Yeah, but the thing is it's inconsiderate, And a matter of fact, what they do is they don't turn their car off. they roll their windows up, and then they get out and go inside where they're going to go. It's like, why not turn your damn car off? Why not turn everything off? And it's just ridiculous. So right now there's a car. I'm going to roll my window up over there. I'll unroll it on the other side. And you know, with YouTube too, it's an issue because there could actually be like a copyright strike on this video because some douchebag rolled up here with his radio and doesn't know how to turn it off. I guess that's what they do. There are some people out there that just break the volume, the power button and the volume. That way it just comes on as loud as possible, man. Let's see here. James says, you got the woke virus, mate. What's up, Timmy? Good to see you, bro. Make sure you subscribe. All right, let's see here. For those concerned about the potential economic risk and personal freedoms, there are several ways to mitigate the risk associated with increased government intervention in the market. First, it's crucial to stay informed and participate in public disclosure. Understanding the full implications of policies like price controls can help voters and policymakers make more informed decisions. And I've got 4 things. No. There we go. 5 things that we can actually do to get things to try and bypass this whole situation. But before we do that, do me a favor, guys. Let's think about prep stock. I've got to throw that promo in there, prepstock.net. If you guys have never thought about it before, right now the tickets are 15% off. Everything is full. We're basically almost giving the tickets away. But they're 15% off right now if you use code FINAL15, and the tickets will only be on sale until ticket sales stop on October 1st. So if you plan on coming, you is running out of time. Let's see. Nope. YouTube has gone mobile to find ways to censor you. They're rolling the cars in. Declan, good to see you. Ireland, nice. Ireland. When Star shows up, I always go Canada. Nice to see you, bro. Make sure you subscribe. Tell your friends. Edith, good morning. Please watch out for the elderly and the veterans. The Fed's dropping the rate. They know that Brick is flying to hit in the. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Dan says, "What knife do you like to have for survival knife?" Not to go off into left field, Dan, but I actually right now I actually have a couple I need to test out, but I currently and have been using for the last 4 years a Walmart 12-inch survival or camping knife. It's very light, it's very strong, it's made of the same steel as the Gerbers, so that's the one that I use. All right, let's see here. 12 states purple paint laws. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not interested. Let's see. After the next 4 years the economy will be a coma with somebody figure out to needs to be reset. Well, Driz, first of all, I one, welcome to the stream. I don't recognize you, but 2, hopefully it won't get to that. So going over the first thing that we can do is advocate for market-based solutions. Okay. Hey, Big Prepper, good to see you, bro. Watching the madness unfolds in Lebanon. Yeah, I know. So advocate for market-based solutions. You guys got to get involved. Rather than supporting price controls, which have historically led to shortages and inefficiencies, it's essential to push for policies that address the root cause of inflation. Encouraging competition in sectors like housing and groceries can help drive prices down without the need of government interference. That's right. You were correct. That's the number one thing that we can do is advocate for market-based solutions. The second thing that we can do is support local economies. Building stronger local networks for food production and housing can create more resilient communities that are less dependent on large corporations or government programs. Local farming co-ops, farmers, markets, and community-supported agricultural, also known as CSA, initiatives offer alternatives to large grocery chains, which may be more vulnerable to price control measures. Number 3, encourage sustainable practices. In times of economic uncertainty, promoting self-reliance is vital. Growing your own food, learning preservation techniques, and reducing waste can help individuals and communities weather economic disruptions whether caused by inflation, shortages, or government policies. Let's see. Number 4, stop legislative oversight. Advocate for policies that stop legislative oversight for significant economic interventions. Executive orders have become a tool for bypassing debate, discussion, and the rights of the people. Strengthening checks and balances would ensure that such drastic measures receive proper scrutiny. No real American supports the nanny state. And number 5, diversify investments. For those concerned about economic instability, diversifying investments into hard assets, including real estate, commodities, perhaps, and precious metals, could provide a hedge against inflation and price controls. Now, finishing this up and then going to the chat, these recommendations offer a path for individuals and communities to adapt should government price controls become more prevalent. Through greater self-reliance, participation in local economies, and advocacy for market-driven solutions, the risk posed by economic centralization can be mitigated, allowing for a more resilient and sustainable future. Politicians need to be transparent. Politicians need to go the hell away. We don't need politicians. We need statesmen. There's a difference. There is a huge difference. Let's see here. Indeed, there are a lot of different leather tools. Depends on what you are wanting to make. There you go. Let's see, what's a good leather tool? Sorry, I'm sorry, Edith. That's not what this stream is about. Maybe next time. But I'm glad that people in the chat are helping you out. Let's see here. Third world wonder. That's not what this is about. Yeah. So I think it's pretty clear. If you, voting for one person, okay, based on their track record, okay, and their ideas and values, and then voting for another person based on their track record and their values, that's how people are going to vote. It doesn't matter whose name is attached to them. If you have a track record of doing really good things for your country, then people are probably going to like you. And if you have a track record of doing things really bad for the country, then people are not going to like you. So you pick. All right, so put some stuff in the chat. You have 1 minute and 47 seconds, and I'm going to sip coffee while you do that. Also, you know what? Screw that, guys. It's that time in the stream where if you love your country, type 1 in the chat. Type the number 1 in the chat now. America. There we go. Oh my God, you look like Noah. Yeah, the beard's getting pretty. Christ. Damn it, Christ. It's getting a little long. I do have to trim it. I've got to go to a wedding this weekend, so it'll get trimmed up tomorrow. Let's see here. You pick your own adventures. Oh, it's too funny. Christ, make sure. Hey, Christ, make sure. I won't be here on the Sabbath, but I'm here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern to 10 a.m. And Monday through Friday. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Love you, Christ. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're down to like 45 seconds, and I'm not seeing anything else but the numbers in the chat, which I appreciate, guys. This is pretty good. We've got 34 people in here with 33 thumbs up. Who's the lurker? Who's that one person? Who's that troll who hasn't given me the thumbs up yet? I mean, come on, really? All right. Hey, somebody, there you go. Thank you. But 2 other people just came in, so now I need 2 more thumbs up. Timmy, you're so don't be angry, Timmy. Listen, Timmy, don't be that way. All right, let's see. I think that's going to be about it, guys. Free enterprise, no taxation, with the representation quote from 1776. I don't know if that's a quote. Hold on, I got to turn this alarm off. I don't know if that's a quote from 1776, the world, the date, or the movie, but I do agree with what you're saying. Yo, bro, let's talk about cats. I just got in here. That dude, love cats, got a couple myself, but the stream is over. So, guys, if you like what I'm doing, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on the way out the door. Man, it looks like a handful of people left already. Let's see. If you want to support the channel, and the best way to do it is to become a YouTube member, go down there someplace. Find more. Click on that. and then scroll all the way down and then find more or join or something like that and click on that, and then it'll give you some options. I recommend the middle one. All right, guys, stay safe. Have a great day, and I shall see you when I see you, which should be tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bye-bye.